Hey folks, Positive Paul. Today is August 3rd, 2020 on a Monday morning. I'm going to do a quick little video today, and then hopefully I'm going to do another video of consequence. You know, if YouTube removes it again. They removed my last two videos of any consequence. But what I did notice is, and they've done this, I'm sure, to everyone else, but specifically me. You know, I've been at this for 4 years now, and when they initially announced about the COPA laws and it got everybody all in a tizzy, I had videos up that I did remove because they were more personal videos as it relates to my family and as it relates to my targeting, specifically my extended family. And also I had quite a few anomaly videos from my first iPhone 6 that they eventually stole. It took them quite some time. But what I noticed is YouTube definitely removed a lot of my earlier videos now. And if you go back to my oldest video, it shows it as being posted on, I think, May 21st, 2017. And it's a chemtrail video. Now, what they did was, if you look at probably the first 4 to 5 videos on my channel, it shows that they were all posted on May 21st, 2017. Now, the reason why this is impossible, folks, and I will state this again over and over, if you consider yourself a targeted individual, which I don't like that term. Myself, I am a satanic ritual abuse survivor, put through MK put through trauma-based mind control. But if you consider yourself in this group and you're being targeted, it's good that you state the day, the time, and the date while you try to document these events. Now, I realize when you're in the thick of this, things sneak up on you. Look, we satanic ritual abuse survivors, if you're still hanging around in my age, like I've said, you're on an extermination list, but they've whittled you down to nothing. You've got no resources. All right? You're surrounded by people that are foaming at the mouth, just waiting for you to make one wrong step to finish you off. And I laugh, you know, over the years I see these targets that they come and go. Look, the phony TI community is obliterated. Yes, there's still some of them out there making videos. And that's fine. They can do that. I will leave them alone unless I see an egregious act. But they all know what they're doing. It's impossible. You get to a point, folks, where yes, we're all susceptible to some type of mind control. But remember, the Satanist, these creepy chameleon, Canaanite, dirty dog, Draco, reptilian, hybrid shapeshifters know what they're doing. So yes, you want to document the day, the time, the date, all that good stuff if you can. If you're thinking on your feet, again, I understand these things happen. You're in shock, you're surprised, you're trying to figure out how to handle the situation. But clearly, with me, from the get-go, I have stated the date, at least the day and date in my videos with the year. So the point to this little ramble is, when you look, if you listen to those videos that say they were posted on May 21st, 2017, clearly I'm stating February 2017, April 2017. Now, the most damning videos early on that showed what everybody wants to call a lens flare from the phones and all that, I clearly showed that in my case, they're fallen angels. They are gray aliens. They are Palladians. The three terms, the three names there, they all point to the same entity. They're the same thing. And clearly YouTube and the rest of this whole army of perps, these Satanists, cannot have that, at least back then. Because remember, folks, I'm not even supposed to be here. Someone just made a comment on my one of my last videos saying, oh, yes, there's people doing shape-shifting, and he rattled off a couple people. One of them was this Tamara girl. I go to her channel, and she's only been up for 1 month and has over 30,000 subscribers. Now, I only have, at the moment, it looks like around 165 subscribers after almost 4 years. But what I've noticed as I go along, I'll pick up 2 or 3, then lose 4, pick up 1, lose 5. And once we had this whole virus fiasco crop up, it seemed like for a minute there, I was picking up steam. There was something wrong with their algorithms. They had to fix it. Everything was going haywire with this AI. And it has something to do with the timeline shift for sure. Because what I will tell you, I will let you in on a little secret. This whole virus thing is a direct result of this so-called time travel. These super soldiers doing this 20 and back nonsense, which to me is a joke, folks. A lot of it is all a bunch of tall tales, all right? But if some of this is being accomplished, there should be no reason why you're time traveling. If we are in a world of peace, which we know we're not, it's an artificial reality, an artificial dimension created on this real earth. This, what we know, when you're walking along, you stub your toe, it hurts. When you cut yourself, it hurts. But the whole construct of way everything works is artificial. And what I noticed is that 4 months ago, I went on Facebook because I wanted to check in with one of these people I went to high school with back in the mid 80s. And look, again, I told you, my town, Vernon, New Jersey, where I spent 5 years, I just went to school there. They brought me there from Missouri to prepare for this whole Montauk nonsense. But I told these people back in 2016, look, I'm an MK Ultra survivor. All this shit's happening to me. I'm being stalked. There's murder attempts being done. I'm being poisoned, and they all ignored me. But I wanted to check in with this one person, and I find out that people are dropping like flies. One person in particular, it would have been back in March. They were trying to raise money for him. He had been in the hospital, and I just go on Facebook right now, and they're telling me that this person died September 2019. When I know with my own 2 eyes that on this Facebook early in the year, they were trying to get money for this person who apparently passed away in September of 2019. There's one instance. I just recently learned Gerald Clark died. And I'm sorry about that. He was actually one of my original Facebook friends. I think Gerald was a good guy. When I first got on Facebook, look, they were surrounding me with all these low-level gatekeeper types, all right? And I don't think Gerald was one of them, but he his whole shtick was the Anunnaki and the whole, Marduk, Inky, all this stuff, the Sumerians. And we know Sitchin is nothing but a disinfo agent. But with that being said, I feel sad that Gerald's gone. They're trying to make him out like he was an old man. I can't figure out what happened to him. I've been trying to do some research this morning. People that he was surrounded by did some tributes to him. So Gerald, I hope you're resting in peace. But again, his whole thing, revolved around the Anunnaki and all this. And look, there was a lot more to him than that. I'm just saying, he was a very intelligent person. But now he's gone. So the point to this video is I'm going to do a quick demonstration of what happens to me when I step out onto the street. Now, look, I'm constantly followed. It did slow down there for a while, but now for some reason, and look, YouTube's pulled my last 2 videos of consequence. All I've been putting up is Skywatch videos and, maybe a simple rant here and there. So, I watch these other TIs. I don't watch them anymore. Look, it's a done deal. This whole gang stalking TI phenomenon is a done deal. It's passé. You need to open up a Bible and start praying and get with the program, folks, because this is it. But I would watch these videos, and it's all, these one headlight Louis, the red and white black cars following you around. And yes, this crazy stuff does happen. But to constantly focus on it, my thing is, folks, if you were a TI back in 2014, 15, 16, and you're still hanging around 2020, which most of them aren't, there's very few. They drop like flies. Most of them were phonies. You would have had to groan. If you're still doing one headlight videos and talking about the red, white, and black cars chasing you and people mobbing you in grocery stores, which, yes, it may be taking place. If you're a hard target and you understand this, document it. But if you did not grow within this process over the past 4 to 5 years, when everybody's been telling you it's a spiritual battle with these physical manifestations that take place. Yes, there's boots on the ground force. Kevin Meredith gets into this, and he talks about this very succinctly. I wish I could speak like him, but I can't because what I've been through. And I already made my mea culpa years ago. Don't expect me to come on YouTube and be objective all the time and try to do these little, like I say, with these phony TIs, mealy-mouth their way through what they're perpetrating as far as their targeting situation. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. So I would watch these videos, years roll by, and still doing the same thing. The phony badger, still with the one headlight thing. Watch his videos when he does that. It's just crazy. So look, when I walk out on the street, folks, I am being hassled by alien insectoids, fallen angels, these creepy chameleon Canaanite hybrids, folks. And a lot of them don't come around me no more because I can see them in physical reality. Now, what the one thing that I pick up on is their eyeballs. I don't see them. I've only seen the shape-shifting occur a couple times in front of me, and that was with one of my handlers, and that's when I was arguing with him about the stalking, and literally, for a mere couple seconds, he shape-shifted on me. And that's the next day is when I left, because at that point, things were getting so crazy, I hightailed it out of San Diego. They tried to run me off the road one more time. But the point is, it's the eyeballs, folks. In my next video, I'm going to get into that. We have to define and determine what some of these attributes are. Because what's going to happen, folks, look, the technology is failing. And it it comes through on these videos. People are picking up on that, but it's going to come a day when you're walking down the street and you're going to notice that the person next to you is not a real human. So the eyeballs, when they were originally, back in San Diego, I've explained this and I'll say it again. When I first picked up on it, I would go to this coffee cart in Ocean Beach, California, right on the corner of West Point Loma Boulevard and Voltaire Street in Ocean Beach. I lived over on Mentone Street. I would go to this coffee. This is in the early 2000s, but I didn't pick up on this until 2006. I would show up, and then next thing you know, a crowd of people would show up. I would be there literally by myself with the guy Kevin, who eventually, before he passed away, he passed along a little information. Not too many details, but he was letting me know in a roundabout way that, yeah, they're on you, kid. So I would go to this coffee cart, awesome coffee. I would have this thing that was called what was it, man? Shit, I can't remember now. But I would go there, and then all of a sudden, like 5, 6, 10 people would show up out of nowhere, right? And we would all, I would try to interact with all of them, but they would try to mock me, do this street theater. And I've picked up on this a long time ago, long before I even knew about MK Ultra with these freaks. They would do this street theater crap, and when I wouldn't play along, some of them would freak out and their eyes would go opaque. I did a video on this years ago. I used marbles to explain, to show, demonstrate the colors. There was 3, I'll do it again. There's 3 unique colors that I would see when their eyeballs would just go solid. It'd be crazy. So I picked up on that, and I didn't flinch. I just kept on, moving forward through all the nonsense. And eventually I had to stop going there because I was being threatened in a roundabout way. So with that being said, that's just one simple story. All right. With that being said, when I go out on the street, I am being hassled. Nobody can document this on a consistent basis. Yes, I've seen people here and there do it, but also with these phonies, look, they can do anything. If Hollywood can make a movie, can a phony TI have a stalker plane go over their house? Can a phony TI have some crazy thing go on in their video that tries to legitimize them? Yes. But why am I the only one for over 4 years that every time I step out my door, I got this weird stuff going on? So let's get to this video as I'm rambling, and let's get to it. So here's a screenshot of a pigeon, a bird. All right, I had walked off into the neighborhood. I got to my destination, and the minute I arrive, this pigeon lands on this transmission line. So what I'll do is, it's only 13 seconds. What I do is I start kind of like whistling at it. Because look, they make these weird sounds that I think when I hear these sounds, these birds are not birds. They're fallen angels taking the form of these birds. So I look up, there it is, and immediately I had the phone right on me, and Johnny on the spot. Here's what happens. I'm going to first play the video and let you watch it, and then I'll explain the breakdown. Okay, so let's go back. So what's going to happen here is once this bird jumps off the high wire, I'm going to try to dial in. You've got 2 fallen angels zipping across here. They go up into the sun and come back out. Now, once they get up here, it's almost impossible to see it unless you've got the device in your hand, and you can do a frame by frame scrub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start that. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, right there they are. Okay, let's see if I can get this, folks. This is a low budget positive pull production. Remember that. Now we're going to look. Right there they are. Can you see that, folks? I'm going to see if I can get them in there. Up, right there. By it. Can you see it? The two little dots right there. Okay, now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look, there's a third one. They're zipping out. These aren't birds, folks, because watch what happens. See it right up there? It was going into the sun. Right there. Look, they're heading right into the sun right now. Can you see that, folks? Can you see it right there? They're going into the sun, in and out of the sun. So yes, the sun's a portal. We know that. Now watch this bird now. Watch what happens. Okay, let me quick do that. All right. This is tough, folks. All right. I don't have a video editor, so I can't, I can't do these fancy videos like you guys. Hang on. I want to get this because this is important. Okay, so watch this now. Okay, here he goes. See it? So now look, all of a sudden, the screen goes blurry. Up. Let's see if we can get him. Now watch his eyeball. Right? Watch this. See that? Okay, see that? Now watch. Right there, guys. Look at his eye. Okay. This is tough, folks. Hang on. I'm going to try this one more time. Oops. Okay. Bear with me, folks, because it's important. I know you don't think fallen angels are real. I think that you guys got to get a clue. Okay, let's see if we can get this going now. Hang on. Right. Okay. Right. Look. Okay. Blurs. There he goes. See his eye? Look at that. How is a bird's eye supposed to do that? I don't know. Look, I've been studying birds for 4 years now here in Mexico since all these crazy anomalies been occurring. So I do know what the difference between an anomaly and a bird is. All right. But watch this. Look at the shape right there. That's crazy. Now watch his eye. How does that happen, folks? It's only for a mere second. All right. So anyway, keep your eyes to the sky and let God find his way into your heart. And don't become a stalker, folks. It leads to hell. If you're taking money to stalk me in Mexico, you better get on your knees and start praying.